Yo boys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video today on the channel. Today what we're going to be doing is randomizing every player in the Premier League's position, kit number, and strong foot. Now there's a reason we're only doing those three stats, and it's because on the console versions of FIFA, that's pretty much all we can do. As an example right here on Chelsea, we have Zappacosta, and it has their position, their role as well. So yeah, I guess if they're like a right midfielder, a left midfielder, and then also it has the kit number and a preferred foot. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, we can click X and it's gonna randomize that player's role. So yeah, pretty much what we're gonna be doing today is seeing what would happen if some of the best players in the world were out of position. We could see players like De Gea playing striker, Hazard playing center back. It's gonna be very, very crazy to see which big stars get put at which big positions. Now for the episode, I actually don't think we're gonna do every single player. What I'm gonna do is randomize the top 5 players for each club in the Premier League. So for example here for Chelsea, we're gonna scroll through the team. You can see the players rating. I guess let's start with Hazard himself, and what we're gonna do is click this X button right here. It's gonna randomize everything. So Hazard stays as a forward, and he's kit number 32, preferred foot right. That's actually really boring though. I'm not gonna doing like multiple attempts for each player, but since we're starting with Hazard, I want to see him out of position. I don't want to see him at a forward still. Let's do it one more time. X, a left back. That's what Hazard's at. So we're only doing one attempt for each player. I just wanted to see Hazard at a crazy position, so you guys get the concept of the video. We're gonna see how this shakes up the Premier League and how players like Hazard would do at a position. So as you can see, moving him to a left back change Hazard's rating to a 62 overall. That is insane. So I'm gonna go through each team and I'm gonna be doing their top 5 players, but I'm most likely going to be doing a lot of them off camera. I'm just going to try to get this done as quick as possible. So we have Azpilicueta, a central midfielder, but I will be cutting in and out, showing at least one player from every single team. So, you know, everyone who's a fan of the Premier League might have a favorite team, who has like a favorite player, will most likely get to see their team. So let's get into this. Okay, let's actually show one more player from Chelsea. It's going to be Conte. He's now moved to a center back. This is gonna be crazy. Like, honestly, let's see what his rating moved to. Probably is still pretty high because he has a lot of good defensive stats. Yeah, he's still an 85 overall for Conte. Next team we're moving to is Crystal Palace. I'm gonna be doing their top five players, remember, but most likely for a lot of these teams, I'm just gonna be showing one on camera. Zaha is their highest rated player. He is primarily a striker. Again, one attempt from here on out, and he is moved to a left midfielder, and we're always gonna back out and show what their rating moved to. Did he actually move up? So I guess 80, wasn't he an 81? I think Zaha actually moved up +1 rating. Okay, so going into the first goalkeeper, I was doing this off camera, but what I've realized is that when you randomize the goalkeeper position, they automatically stay. Oh no, you can actually change them. It's just when you randomize, it won't randomize to a goalkeeper. So if we have a player in the field, it's gonna either do defender, forward, or midfielder. We can't rotate to a goalkeeper through the randomize button. That sucks. I think what we're gonna do for this is we're going to keep all goalkeepers in goal. We're just gonna be doing outfield players for today's episode. It kind of makes sense because if we were to move a goalkeeper out of position, chances are when we simulate, they wouldn't even get playing time because they'd be so low rated. So we're just gonna keep goalkeepers as goalkeepers in today's episode. We're not gonna be randomizing them. So Everton's top player, who's not a goalkeeper, is gonna be Sigurdsson, and he is gonna be moving to a left midfielder from a cam. So his rating should probably stay around the same. Yeah, he only went down, what, 2 ratings right there, from an 82 to an 80 overall. This one's funny. Kurt Zuma moving to a striker. Everton, that could be a problem for them. So we're gonna do Fulham next, and I just realized I made an error. I still had all the goalkeepers 99 rated from an episode I did a few days ago, so I had to reset all the squads and change all the players that I just edited back to what their position was. Like, I had to change Hazard back to a left back, Conte to a center back. Let's get into our next team, which is going to be Fulham. It's going to be Seri as their highest rated player, and I clicked random and he stayed at a central attacking midfielder. If they may like stay at the same position, I am going to change it. So bam. So a central, a center back here for Seri, and he is going to be moved to a 71 overall. That's a huge downgrade. Huddersfield Town is going to be our next team, and it's going to be Moy, the Australian. He's going to be moving to a left forward, an attacking player now for Moy. I'm guessing his rating's gonna downgrade a lot. Okay, it only went down 5 ratings. Not too bad. Leicester City's gonna be up next, and let's do 2 players here. Jamie Vardy moving to a right back. He is not going to be having a party at the right back position, as he's been downgraded to a 68 overall. In the second player we're going to do here, showing you guys at least, we're doing 5 players overall. Harry Maguire, we did it and he changed to his same position, so we're doing it again. He's moving to a central attacking midfielder. That's honestly insane, and he drops to a 66 overall. Liverpool, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's see what position Salah gets moved to. 3, 2, 1. Randomize a CDM for Salah. No way, boys. That is going to be a big loss. A 67 overall is what Salah moves to. Let's go to Roberto Firmino. He moves from a central forward to a left forward, so that shouldn't be a big loss for them. He probably is going to stay around the same. Yeah, he only dropped 1 rating. Anyone else big that we should do here? Let's find Mane and show you guys Mane as well. Oh my god, Mane as a right back. That's honestly hilarious. Let's see. I'm gonna guess he's like a 60. Yeah, 63 overall. Holy crap, that's insane. Manchester City, we are about to absolutely blow up their team. David Silva is going to be a left forward, so I don't think that should affect him too much. He goes down to an 86 overall. Let's go for Raheem Sterling, a right back for Sterling. Oh my, we're honestly like butchering all of these teams. Who else do we need to do? Let's find Aguero, and let's do Mahrez as well. Mahrez is moving from a left mid to a right mid, so that shouldn't affect him all too much either. Yeah, he's staying at an 84. So far, you know, not too bad for Man City. We're going to get KDB and Aguero to finish things off right here. KDB, oh my god. KDB as a left back is going to be absolutely hilarious. He moves only down to a 75 overall, so not too bad. And then the last player right here for City. Oh my god, another right back. Aguero moving to a right back as well. That should be a pretty big downgrade. Oh my god. 55 rated Aguero as a right back. That is too funny. Manchester United, here we go. Paul Pogba, the man himself, is moving to a left back. He's a pretty solid defensive player. Let's see how much this affects him right here. A 78 overall left back, so not too big of a downgrade. Let's get Alexis Sanchez here. I'm showing you guys a lot of the big players. He's going to be moving to a right midfielder. He should be able to handle that right, because he used to be a right winger. And is he still a right winger in the game? No, he's a left winger, so he stays put at an 84 overall, the same. Let's go for Nemanja Matic. He's going to be moving from a CDM to a left forward. Should be a big drop in rating for him, down to a 76 overall. And De Gea, unfortunately, we can't do. That's kind of it for a lot of the bigger players on the team. I'm going to do the rest off camera. So Newcastle United has a few top players, but Jean-Jo Shelby right here is one of the highest rated players. He's moving to a center back. Newcastle already struggling enough in real life. That's going to be another big loss for them. Southampton, our next squad, and I'm scrolling through trying to find their highest rated player. I think it's going to be Ryan Bertrand. Let's do him here on camera for you Southampton fans. A center forward for Bertrand. What is he going to drop to? From a left back to a center forward, a 66 rated. Oh god. Tottenham Hotspur is your next team. They have a decent amount of high rated players. The first one is going to be Vertonghen, moving to a central attacking midfielder from a center back. Another big drop probably going to be incoming. 72 overall for him. Let's see which player we're probably going to do next. We can't do a Lloris, unfortunately, but we can do Harry Kane. Let's see what he's going to be. A center back. Oh my god, that's too funny. Harry Kane, what is he dropping to? A 63 overall, or not a 60, yeah, a 60. Was it a 63? I think it was. Either way, he dropped a lot. Let's do Alderweireld right here. He's moving to a left forward. It's funny because all the center backs are moving to attacking players, and the attacking players are moving to defensive players here for Tottenham. Let's do Eriksen, and then I guess we could finish off with Dele Alli. He stayed at the same position there, so let's do it one more time. And now a CDM. So he's still in the midfield, just in a more defensive role, but the rating is still, like, the drop-off is huge. He moves to a 72 overall. Let's round it off here with Dele Alli moving to a right back. This game is just doing teams so dirty right now. A 76 overall for Dele Alli. All right, let's do this for my Watford fans out there. We got Doucouré up first, a left back. He was actually one of my favorite, like, cheap players to use in Ultimate Team at the beginning of the year. Let's also do Delafeu. He's moving to a right back, so some big drop-offs so far. Oh my god, it down to a 55 overall for the Spanish man. Deulofeu. Things aren't looking good for Watford. West Ham United, Felipe Anderson is going to be moving to a central defensive midfielder. And what I've been thinking is, like, I'm titling this video changing every player to like a random position, and I'm only doing the top 5. I think what I'm gonna do is actually go through and do every player, because it's just gonna be a lot more exciting. I'm not gonna be showing all of this on camera, obviously, because it's gonna take way too long. But I assure you guys, we will be doing all the positions on camera with the team we're going to use. Let's go with Arnautovic right here next for West Ham. He's moving to a central defensive midfielder. But yes, we're gonna do every single player now. I just think it's gonna be a lot more exciting for the like episode as a whole. Let's randomize Wolves right here. Moutinho, I think, is their highest rated. He is moving to a left forward. Oh God. Let's see what he's going to. Only a 78, not too bad. Who we doing next for Wolves? I guess I could show you guys one more player for them. Den Donker as a center back. And hey, only a CDM. When the players shift from like a center back to a CDM or CDM to a center back, usually their ratings don't change like at all. So yeah, he's staying at a 78 right there. So Arsenal is going to be the team that I'm going to be controlling for the episode. So this is the team that I'm gonna go through and show you every single player. I'm gonna try to do it like super quickly here. I'm gonna go rapid fire because they have a lot of players on their team. So first we did one of the youngsters, Xhaka next. He's moving to what I think that was a CDM for him, not too big of a change. Willox right here, another young player. He's moving to a center back. Their team is just gonna look terrible. Let's go. Danny Welbeck moving to a CDM. This isn't a good idea. Like, Arsenal is gonna end up getting whacked. Every team. Like, I'm so interested to see what these teams are actually going to look like. Apply that there. Holy crap. I'm just starting to see the drop off in player ratings. Pretty much the only high rated players each team is going to have is gonna be their goalkeepers, because they're the only ones that we really can't randomize. I wish we could, but then again, like I mentioned, if we were to randomize the goalkeepers, their ratings wouldn't really well, the ratings would be so bad that like the teams wouldn't really play them at all. I realize this is taking a while. Let me just go through and do these off camera, and I'll show you guys the final result when I'm done. So I have almost completely gone through and edited every player. We have one left. It's going to be Aubameyang moving to a CDM. This is what our Arsenal team looks like. Because I rip on Arsenal, I don't purposely do it. I don't rip on Arsenal. I like Arsenal as a team. I don't dislike any Premier League teams. A lot of people think I diss on Arsenal. I don't do that. But we're going to be using him for today's episode. Here's what the team looks like. Let's just say it doesn't look good. Aubameyang at CDM, Bellerin at striker, El Neni. Why is he still a CDM? I must have not been paying attention there. We're going to randomize that one more time. He's been moved to a striker. That's not good. Iwobi right forward. Kolasinac striker. Koscielny left forward. Lacazette stays at a right forward. That's actually not bad. And then you guys can see the rest. It's going to be a struggle with Arsenal in this sim. I wouldn't be shocked if we ended up getting sacked. Let's wrap up these teams again. I'm going through doing every player, but I at least want to show you guys one. If I showed you every player on screen, it would be so freaking boring. Who's Bournemouth's top player? It just looks like they have a lot of 78 rated players. So let's show you Callum Wilson and also Nathan Ake. Oh God, man. I'm like interested to see. I really think we're gonna get sacked super fast with Arsenal, but like every team just looks terrible. So only 3 teams left to show you guys. Brighton is going to be the next team. Now, who is their highest rated player? I see a 79. Nope, that's their goalkeeper. We can't do that. I think 77. So let's show you guys a few of the 77 rated players. Any Brighton fans out there, boys? I'm sorry. We're doing a lot of dirty work to a lot of your guys' teams. We're just butchering all your favorite Premier League teams. Brighton, we're doing all their high rated players first, and so far all of them have moved to 60 rated players. I think at least mostly 50 rated players. This is going to be a struggle, boys. Burnley up next. Let's show you guys a few of their players, and then after this, I think we only have one more team to do. This is taking so long to randomize every single player. Like, it per team, it probably takes at least 5 to 10 minutes. Next up, yeah, I'm just kind of going through and doing their top players right now. Let's move on to the final team, because yeah, we have Chelsea. I still have to go back and do all the old teams and redo all of their players, which is going to take forever. let's go through here. Cardiff City, the last team I'm going to show you before we get into the career mode. Who's their top rated player? They don't have many high rated players. Let's just do a few random guys here. I'm already getting tired of randomizing players, and I just want to get into the simulation because I want to see what's going to happen. Let's do it. This is going to be the last player. Okay, I'll be right back once I finish randomizing every player in the Premier League. So now that we've edited every team, let's change our starting lineup for Arsenal, because this is the team that we're controlling. We can keep Lacazette at striker, but a lot of these guys, we're gonna have to change their positions. I might just let the computer pick the players' positions, because truly, I don't know where to play some of these players. Like, should I play Kolasinac at striker, or should I put him in another position? Will he even play there during the simulations? I don't know how this is gonna work. I'm just not gonna mess with the team. Let's just get into the career mode. Before we jump into things, let's just make sure we do a few of these things by, I think I'm gonna turn off the Champions League. I just want to see how the Premier League does. I don't want other competitions affecting the Premier League. We could do this another day with Champions League teams. Let me know if you'd want to see that. Let's disable the first transfer window. Difficulty doesn't matter because we're not playing any of the games. Current squads, we need to keep those on. Okay, now let's get into the career mode. So we've pretty much done everything we need to do for this like simulation. So what I'm gonna do is sim the season. I may interrupt if our team, like if we lose our contract, because it might actually happen where we end up what am I saying, getting sacked from the team because our team's just so bad. Let's sim to the end of the season. I'm hoping the next time I see you guys, it's gonna be May 13th, but we may end up getting sacked, so let's just hope I don't end up cutting to that. So somehow, some way, we didn't get sacked. That it's time to figure out where the teams finished in the league. Now, I wanted to place like the majority of the emphasis of this episode on the beginning, where we randomized everyone, and then the end. Like, I'm basically cutting through the entire season. You're seeing nothing that happened during the beginning, middle of the season, end of the season. You're just seeing, you know, right from the beginning straight to the end. Let's back out and see where teams finished. So Arsenal finished, okay, only 11th. I honestly expected a lot worse. That's not too shabby. And it's funny because Spurs finished 10th. So Spurs just ousting Arsenal. So unlucky. Bournemouth, Cardiff, and Newcastle finishing in the relegation zones. Let's move up and see our top teams. So Burnley 8, nice surprise there. West Ham 7. Another decent surprise. Leicester 6, Chelsea 5, Man United 4, Liverpool 3. So I know Man City's left. Who else is left? Oh, okay. Why is Everton's been doing so well in a lot of the simulations we've been doing lately? They finish in second place in the Premier League, and it's funny how Man City win it, even though all their players are randomized. Somehow Man City still wins the Premier League. Let's check out the top goal scorers, and I want to see what they defaulted our lineup to, even though, oh, it's still the same, so we still had to change it. I want to know where they played everyone though, even though everyone was out of position completely. I guess we'll never really get to know that. Let's check out the top goal scorers and see who finished here. So King first, Lukaku second. Interesting results. So Lukaku, I think why he finished second, because we randomized him to another forward. He was one of the lucky ones where even though he was a striker, we randomized and he moved to, like, I think it was either a cam or left forward or right forward. I know we didn't do that one on camera, and it's the same for Firmino, another one of those players that we randomized, and he got lucky with a position where he was still an attacker. He was just, I think, a left or right forward. Everyone else, though, you guys can see the top goal scorers. A lot of big names still up there. Interesting. Aubameyang up there as well. So let's now move on. We don't care about the Emirates FA Cup. Let's move on to the top assists and whatnot. And it's Aubameyang, it's Firmino. So Arsenal, a lot of names in these lists, even though they didn't finish that well. And goalkeepers don't really matter because we didn't randomize them. That's going to be it for today's episode. Let me know what we should do next. Should we do this again where we randomize players' stats maybe? And like, the possibilities are just endless with these career mode experiments. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Links are in the description. We'll see you boys later. Peace.